You are now watching the Queen Chioma.
Yep, 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 yep.
So hey guys, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Chioma Chats video podcast edition. So by the title, we're going to be talking about Beyonce and her recent surgical enhancement through getting a Brazilian butt lift, otherwise known as a BBL. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because Beyonce came out with her newest launch of her Ivy Park collection, and there was something remotely different about her look and her appearance, and it was definitely her entire body and physique. Now, as you guys know, I've spoken about plastic surgery, body image, confidence, and women's thought process as it relates to our body types all over my channel and many times before. So you guys know I am not anti-surgery, I am not anti-plastic surgery, but I am pro telling people to go about things the right way, really think about the decisions that you make that have permanent effects on your body, and doing the most healthy and the best choice when it comes to you. I feel like it's important to discuss this topic because of the amount of people who are trying to defend Beyonce and saying that her body is real. If you feel like that, then that's fine, but please let me know when you actually wake up into reality, because it's clear that she had a surgical enhancement. Her butt looks chunkier, her hips and her legs look thicker, her waist looks snatched, and this is a woman who's had 3 babies and also had twins through a cesarean section. So I'm pretty sure from all of the women that have been on my channel who have told me different things about motherhood and pregnancy, your body changes, okay? And there's nothing wrong with changing your body, especially after you have kids. And I think it's actually better to do it after you have your children. More of the reason why I wanted to discuss this is because I think it's really interesting to see the parallels between regular people and celebrities as it relates to cosmetic procedures and body image. So many of us are really influenced by what we see on the internet through body image, and it actually is crazy that a celebrity that has so much pull, so much influence, no one says anything bad about Beyonce, would actually resort to this. And I think it's honestly pretty normal and pretty common, but a lot of people were shocked that Beyonce would actually go under the knife to change herself. I also wanted to make this video because I wanted to encourage women to stand firm in their body acceptance journey as each woman sees fit. If you want to accept your body naturally or enhance through surgical means, that is all fine. But I wanted to encourage women to stand firm in whatever journey that you're on and make sure you do what is right for you. So I've broken this video down into 3 main talking points, so let's get right into this video. So point number 1 is the debate. People ride so hard for Beyonce like she's a god, and I really can never understand it because this is another human being just like you or I. But the debate is, did she get it done? Did she not get it done? And I just kind of feel like people think that Beyonce is just so above doing what us regular people do, and I'm sure she's not. I'm sure Beyonce pigs out on fast food every so often. I'm pretty sure she still has certain, I guess you could say, tendencies that she probably had when she's a kid, just like the rest of us. She's a normal individual, and she's not absolved of doing certain things to her body that other people would do. The debate is really confusing to me because it's kind of like, would she go this hard for you? Or are you on her payroll? Or like what? Because why can't people accept the fact that someone actually would enhance themselves when there are thousands of other women, other celebrities, and other people in the media who have done the same thing? The amount of people trying to discredit the obvious is actually scary and kind of disheartening, because to place a stranger that high above yourself and others is borderline concerning, and it doesn't help with the authenticity of the actual topic here, which is she got work done. The debate honestly was really cringy to me to look at people go in the comments and go back and forth, because it's kind of like, are you just not looking at the obvious, or like what? Like, I don't know. But honestly, getting work done is not a walk in the park and should be done with a reputable surgeon with good history and adequate licensing. Obviously, Beyonce can afford the best of the best, and she did that, which is why there is a debate, because her body looks really good and it looks really snatched. So there's so many people trying to say, well, you know, she works out and she's Beyonce and she had kids. And I always ask people this. So if having a baby widens your hips and snatches your waist and gives you a big, juicy, lifted, fat ass, why didn't it happen to you or your mother? Why are you built like the Pillsbury Doughboy, but then Beyonce and all these other people are not? Because it's surgery. There's your answer. I want people to stop being so daft sometimes with this debate. You don't have to defend your faves to this extent where you're trying to absolve them of something that almost everybody does. She clearly got work done, and there's nothing wrong with that. Her body looks great. I mean, it's Beyonce. She doesn't care. Now, point number 2 is, yes, she obviously had work done and there's nothing wrong. And I wanted to elaborate on this because when you speak about these topics as a commentator and an influencer, it's always deemed as you're hating and you're judging another woman for her decisions, but I never see it like that. Like, people can have discussion about things and really deem them as perfectly fine. People love to excuse the obvious because it's Beyonce or their fave, but she obviously plumped those clappers, okay? Let's take a look at some of her pictures from the past, and I'm not even talking about the early 2000s Beyonce when she was maybe a late teenager, early 20s. I mean, seen Beyonce as an adult from a few years ago. She has definitely gotten work done, and so has just about every other woman that's in the media. See, the thing is, the pressure of womanhood in the 2020s is immense. I do not expect everyone to be confident, and I do not expect people to not take what is objectively viewed as a drastic measure to achieve their body dreams. The influence of social media, the vast array of women on the internet who have a certain look, and the demands from men, it all influences us, okay? I know it's easy to say, well, everyone should love themselves and natural is better. I don't like those comments either because it just doesn't apply to everybody, and that's just the obvious thing nowadays. There are women who naturally look like these Instagram girls that are naturally shaped like that, maybe not as dramatic, but have that same type of figure 8 shape going on, and they should be celebrated just as much as the women who are petite, or the one that is top heavy, or the one that has a small butt, or the one that has wide hips, the one that's tall or skinny, or the one that tucks her fat into her pants. Everyone should be celebrated for how they are and what they choose to put out. But we also do know when something doesn't look humane or actually looks unhealthy or uncomfortable, which is why oftentimes I do call out these girls for getting surgery, because some girls are so delusional and going overboard that it doesn't even look correct. But nonetheless, the figure 8 Coke bottle is a hot commodity right now. The pressure is on, and many of us are affected by it. To me, the solution I have is to know yourself, be smart, and make decisions for you and not the artificial world of the internet. And honestly, the internet is a choice. All of us have phones, but we don't have to get on Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat and Twitter. We don't have to use our phones for that type of consumption. Therefore, everyone has the right and everyone has the option, and everyone is capable of pulling themselves from the internet and not being influenced by what is out there. The internet is an artificial world that people need to understand how to draw the lines of real versus fake, and when it's too much and when it's too little. You have to know yourself and be smart. I see images of the same body type all day, every day scrolling through Instagram. And yes, it affects me, but it affects me to a certain extent, not to the point where I would feel bad about myself or want to go get surgery to fix anything. I think I look great, but other people don't have that same courage that I do, and I acknowledge that. So make sure that you know yourself and that you're being smart, and understand that the world of the internet is definitely artificial. Also, this really needs to be addressed. I think some of us women have gotten to this level of women should be able to do what they want without questions and male infiltration and influence, that things that are downright bad, risky, or negative, we are being lax and we're giving a pass. There is nothing wrong with getting your body done, but the stigma that is placed behind it is starting to shift, and we have to be very careful. Surgery is not a simple task, and it's not a quick fix. There's no reason that in the name of doing what you want and women liberation and opening women's sexuality and things of that nature, that we should be turning a blind eye or shrugging our shoulders when there are women who are actually really risking their lives to look a certain way. I feel like there is a group of women who are trying to silence other women when we speak about topics like this, because it's kind of coming off as you're a hater or you're not letting women do what they want, and a woman has every right to do what she wants with her body. But then in the same breath, when you're saying, yeah, that's fine, but be careful, go to a reputable surgeon, do your research, make sure you stay as natural for as long as possible so your body has time to develop and go through puberty. It's like, oh my goodness, you're restricting women from doing what they want. No, pointing out the risk factors is not restricting anybody from doing anything. It's simply cautioning people to understand that maybe you're better off not doing that, or if you do that, here's the best way to go about it. And I really want people to understand this, because I see it all the times on YouTube, not just in my comments, but in other people's comments. Stop telling influencers and commentators and people who simply have an opinion that doesn't fit the popular opinion that they are anti-woman, anti-black woman, anti-women doing whatever they want, and there's some form of pick-me's. Sometimes you're just giving people a fair warning, or sometimes you're just showing your concern in a certain way. It's not every time when you make content or comments, videos like this one, that you're trying to down talk women or trying to stop them from doing what they want. But there are so many risk factors to having a Brazilian butt lift, which is the #1 deadliest surgery out there to get in terms of plastic surgery, and it's the #1 growing surgery out there for women ages 18 and up. It actually makes more sense that there are enough women cautioning other women about it versus people just saying, oh, well, women can do what they want. Let me just shrug my shoulders. You're anti-woman. You're a hater. How could you sit here and talk about another woman? Girl, shut up. Shut up. That's not the point here, okay? That just needed to be addressed. Now, point number 3 is celebrities are regular people with insecurities just like everyone else. And I think this is the main point because, again, I'm sure I'll get some naysayers trying to tell me that her body is real and she hasn't gotten work done. If you want to be a dumb bird brain biscuit bagel, then that's just up to you. I'm going to address the obvious and what is actually real, which is she got work done, because celebrities are regular people just like you and I. You cannot think that someone whose whole career is based off of themselves and their physical talents, which is singing, dancing, fashion, beauty, and more will not fall into the same pressures we all face just as people with a vagina. Celebrities are berated for their look and style like there is no tomorrow, and when you have set such a prestigious and high standard as Beyonce has, you will do whatever is needed to maintain the presence of your brand. Does that mean that she needed the surgery? No, but it does mean that Beyonce wanted to do what she felt was right for her look, her brand, her confidence, and her mind, and that's just real facts. Celebrities are just as affected as we are, and we have to recognize that. Stop holding these people as gods or goddesses or somebody above you, because at the end of the day, strip them from everything that they have that you don't have. We still think the same, we still have the same insecurities, and we're still influenced by a lot of the same things, especially someone who has had 3 children, twins at one point, and had to go through a cesarean section. Everybody knows that a woman's body changes with a single pregnancy, but with twins, of course your body is going to be changed drastically. So it's pretty obvious that a woman would want to redeem herself or just get back to what she wanted to look like prior to having children. Many of us can detach from social media because it's not a direct factor in which we make our money, but celebrities have to incorporate social media and what is trending into their daily lifestyle. And I think of it like this: the same way us girls go to middle school and see other girls wearing Ugg boots or having AirPods or wearing their hair a certain way, it's the same way celebrities wake up and see their competition or their co-workers doing procedures and conforming to that code. It's only because of social media that BBLs are this popular. But think of back in the 90s and the early 2000s when celebrities were the only ones with exclusive access to cosmetic procedures. They spoke about them amongst themselves only, and we all thought that their level of perfection was just unattainable, when in reality, the present time has revealed the same things that affected us, or the same insecurities that we want to fix, or the same pressures and trends that we face, they do too. It creates a level of normalcy to see such an influential person do something that is now deemed regular, constant, or normal, but we cannot forget that it's also regular, constant, and normal for all of us to have insecurities in the first place. So that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please leave a comment down below on my commentary. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media networks, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
I just cut out dairy, but I still be getting cheese. I keep shit on lock while all y'all bitches do is key. I got 2 degrees, I'll test you out with SAT. Bowling like LeBron, plus I'm a 10, that means I'm 3.